So one of my favorite congressmen is Tim Burchett, and I think he was one of the first people that I interviewed here on WTN many, many years ago. I really like him a lot, and I love that he was fired up because he is going to be the next chair of the House DOGE subcommittee. And so if you don't know what that is, by the way, the DOGE committee is the committee that deals with wasteful spending and fraud. He's been on the subcommittee since its inception. Basically, I guess he's replacing Marjorie Taylor Greene on this subcommittee. So, of course, we've all been talking about DOGE, and this is something that, unfortunately, I love DOGE. I don't think they're doing enough to continue with the DOGE philosophy of finding the waste, fraud, and abuse and cutting it. This is why I do like that Tim Burchett is now going to be the head of the subcommittee. So one of the things that he told Matt Murphy on Friday is that he does want to stop all of that wasteful spending. This is part of what he said.
We've done made a lot of press with DOGE, but we haven't done a lot of things with it, honestly. I mean, the problem you got is dadgum Congress won't pass any dadgum bills and with it. And so they always say, well, we need to study it. Well, it turns out, and this is part of my proposal, we have something called the GAO. It's the Government Accounting Office. Mm-hmm. And they're the ones that we task with doing a lot of these studies. And they have warehouses of studies of government inefficiencies. But nobody ever does a dadgum thing with them because that's part of the plan. They run out the clock. And like I say, Americans want their pizzas in 30 minutes or less, and that's about our dadgum attention span.
Do you know what was funny, Joan?
No, dadgummit. What was funny?
Is that I'm watching this interview I'm such a big fan of Matt Murphy, right? So I'm watching this interview this morning as I'm taping it so that I can, edit it up and so forth. Matt, as Burchett is rolling through the dadgums.
Yeah.
He's holding up 4 fingers to the camera. I think that's 4 dadgums in 40 seconds.
Yeah.
So you can tell that he is, very fired up about this. And remember all the crazy stories of the fraud. You and I, Joan, we talked about it, I think. But, why are we paying for Sesame Street in Iraq and the trans procedures we were paying for in faraway third world countries? We were paying for news organizations and diversity in news across the world as well.
I'm sorry. Can you walk back that diversity?
Nope. Millions for media diversity studies. I mean, all of this just stupidity. $14 billion, by the way. Remember, we found $14 billion in Medicaid waste. Just, a bunch of nonsense. And so it was all at, the helm of Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy. And so now one of the things that Tim Burchett is saying is that DOGE found all of this waste, fraud, and abuse, but, nothing ever happens. That's why he's talking about the studies. You know where good ideas go to die? In studies. I think that's basically the government's idea of saying, you know what? Yeah, we've got all of this waste, fraud, and abuse. Let's go ahead and study that. And then nothing ever happens, and then it fades from the media's attention. And certainly it also, if, you're in Congress or the Senate or whatever, it fades from the public view and it's no longer hair on fire. So this is more from Tim Burchett. He says moving forward, there's going to be more action on these discoveries.
We're going to move ahead with going through some of these studies, and then I'm going to propose legislation due to what's in those studies. So we're one step ahead, and we'll have legislation. And I don't care. I don't know any of those chairmen, anything, any of the other committees that any of these bills would go through. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I'll just embarrass them. I'm over it. We're $38 trillion in debt. I don't care who it is. I've got the president's blessing on this. And so that's really, and the people in East Tennessee that elect me, and that's really all I need. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to start saving some money. We're going to cut some government. We're going to find efficiencies, and we're going to embarrass a lot of people.
There you go. Dadgummit, Tim Burchett is ready to go.
I'm picturing raccoons and, TriStar state flags when he talks.
Why would you say that?
Raccoon's a state animal.
Well, I knew that, but why does that?
Because he's just,
Okay.
Makes you proud to be Tennessean. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, very good. Okay. Yeah, I'm not questioning. I'm just, I'm a big fan of Tim Burchett. Did you hear it looks like McDonald's is going to be leaving Chicago.
Oh, get out.
Yeah, I've got that.
That's where their headquarters is. So the headquarters is leaving?
Are they? Well, we'll find out. We're going to have fun with audio coming up next.
I know what's going to happen.
Have you? So you've seen the new location of Murphy-Lago? Is that what we're calling it now? Murphy-Lago?
Oh, I have seen it. Yeah.
So Matt is now kind of like out in the. I would call it the boonies. It's far away. He's going to find out what it's like when it starts snowing. He's going to find out what it's like to be like, oh, no, it's snowing, and I've got this really long drive ahead of me. Now, luckily, with all that extra room, he's got an extra bedroom for me when Amy finally kicks me out, and he's building a highfalutin studio. So he'll be able to do it from the house, just like we all can typically when, the weather is really bad. But between now and then, when it snows and when it's icy, he's going to be way out there and he's going to have to figure out a way to get in.
I think you're taking too much glee in this.
No, not me.
No.
Why would I take...
No, why would you do that?
Matt seems like the kind of guy that doesn't mind getting up, an hour and a half earlier and, I would imagine he has a 4-wheel drive in his driveway.
Here's what I know. He's got a really cool truck.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind it is.
He's from Georgia.
But it's a...
He's got a truck.
His truck is a lot more rugged than my RAV4. All right. Chicago, McDonald's. So apparently the CEO of McDonald's is talking about why McDonald's is leaving Chicago. Listen to this.
The CEO of McDonald's making a stunning revelation to other corporate CEOs. Chicago crime is making it very hard to do business.
Everywhere I go, I'm confronted by the same question these days. What's going on in Chicago? There is a general sense out there that our city is in crisis. It's more difficult today for me to convince a promising McDonald's executive to relocate to Chicago from one of our other offices than it was just a few years ago.
You'll never see In-N-Out go to Chicago.
I don't think so.
They actually had to close that In-N-Out. Remember that, Joan? They had to close that In-N-Out in Oakland because of all of the crime. And so they had to close it down, and then they decided, okay, you know what? We're going to go to places like Tennessee.
Yep.
I mean, the Raiders and the A's are also out of Oakland, too.
Oh, didn't they both go to Las Vegas?
So the Raiders have been in Vegas, but the A's are next. They're also like, nah, we're done here.
So, yes, Matt does have a 4-wheel drive truck. Dan.
Yeah. So he's not worried about no snow.
Is it just me when people, Joan, you like this? When people use your name in a sentence, you find it hostile?
Oh, it's definitely, yeah. It's hostile.
So Matt just sent me a hostile text. 4-wheel drive truck, Dan. That's the way that I hear it, anyway.
Yeah, when you read it like that, it has that feeling.
Well, that's how I hear it when people use my name in a sentence.
They don't have to use your name. See, they could leave it out, and it would sound like a kinder statement.
Well, when you use my name in a sentence or when Amy uses my name in a sentence, it's never good. I've always noticed that. When was the last time Joan ever said, hey, that was a really good show, Dan? She never has. It's like, Dan, you might want to do a little more show prep tomorrow. That's what I typically hear from Joan when she puts my name in a sentence.
It comes at the end. So you might want to do a little more show prep tomorrow, Dan.
Anyway, so
Shut up.
The CEO of McDonald's also said this about Chicago.
McDonald's CEO just delivered a stark warning to Chicago. The company that has been headquartered in the city for decades says staying there is no longer guaranteed. Crime has driven employees away. Executives refuse to relocate. The Golden Arches may be leaving for good.
Do you know what's so funny? Like, I do all these shows everywhere. Do you know if Chicago called me, I wouldn't go. Like if some highfalutin radio station in Chicago said, hey, we want you to come to the Windy City, I'd like, no, thank you.
You know why?
If I can do it from home, sure.
Yeah, if I can do it in Nashville, absolutely.
Yeah.
But you know why?
Why?
Jesus done left Chicago.
Oh, I see.
What was that? Jesus don't love Chicago?
Jesus done left Chicago.
Jesus done left Chicago. Is that a...
ZZ Top.
Oh, okay. Good.
Music Monday.
Nope.
Chris Kempczinski, McDonald's CEO, stood in front of Chicago business leaders and said what many have been thinking. but few have been willing to say out loud. It has become increasingly difficult to operate a global business out of the city of Chicago. He went,
You know what? Why don't you come to Tennessee, McDonald's?
Yeah.
Come
We
to
got enough
Tennessee.
burgers. We got enough burgers. We got enough.
We do have enough.
Young man,
We have better ones than McDonald's.
you can never have enough burgers. Ever.
You got your wish with In-N-Out. I don't feel like you should push the envelope on things.
Listen, no, we got plenty of room for McDonald's if they want to bring their corporate offices
to
here.
Memphis.
I still haven't had it in out.
Joe Jones, what is wrong
I'm just
with
not
you?
willing to sit in the line for
There's
that
no line.
long.
I went to In-N-Out last week,
Yeah.
and there was no line. No, I got there like right at the open at 10. But
Just standing in the parking lot waiting
I was
for them
actually,
to
do
come
you,
unlock the
do you know
door.
what I was going to be? I was going to be that guy that posted, I was actually customer at number 1.
Oh, my.
I think it was last Thursday. I walked in, and there was another lady to my left, but she was doing a really dumb, complicated order. So I'm like, hamburger, fries, and a chocolate shake. Number 1, boom. And I was the first customer at McDonald's I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday. So, Joan, you got to go. You've got to go.
I know I do. That line thing.
There's no line. Oh, my goodness gracious. There's no line any longer. People are posting on the In-N-Out Facebook page that there's no line any longer.
Okay. If I go and there's a line, there's going to be heck to pay.
Yeah, you're going to use my name in a sentence?
Yeah, I'm going to
Is
say.
that what you're going to do?
You know who sent me here? Dan.
Yeah. I want a full report when you go to In-N-Out. I want a
right.
full report.
Okay.
When you go.
Okay.
Because it is.
I might try today. Maybe.
Oh, okay, you try today. See, I'm have the advantage because I'm off at like 9, right?
Yeah.
So I can drive down there, be there by 10 when they open, and I can have a chocolate shake, fries, and a hamburger for brunch, breakfast and lunch.
You're gonna get there by like 9:30, 9:35, and then just sit in the parking lot.
Well, that is
menacingly.
what I did last time. That is what I did last time.
I'm Dan Mandis. You open these doors early.
Amy called me.
Do
She's
you
like,
know who I am?
I trust me, they don't. So Amy actually called me and she's like, "Where are you?" Because I was supposed to be at home. And I'm like, you can hear the background noise and,
The crinkling of the paper.
She knew right away.
Number 15, your order's ready. Number 15, you're at McDonald's. No, you're at In-N-Out. And she caught me that I was at In-N-Out. I don't know why I keep saying McDonald's, but I was at In-N-Out. And so I had to bring her some In-N-Out and wasted half my day going all the way back home as opposed to back to the radio station for the taping of the podcast, which we did.
Speaking of, has it been released yet?
Yeah.
The podcast?
It's Saturday.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's released every Saturday. And by the way, our podcast, you're going to love this. So, Joan, you weren't here when we had Podcast Gate. So it turns out our podcasts, after months of talking about how our podcasts are on Spotify, they actually weren't on Spotify.
No.
The link was like broken.
Oh,
So
my
for
gosh.
like
no one checked?
almost a year,
Oh, my
we've been saying check on Apple and Spotify and blah, blah, blah. And the link was broken. And nobody, since March, the Spotify link has been broken. So now it's been fixed. Feathers may have been ruffled when I discovered that it had been broken for like 10 months and nobody noticed. So now, if you want to get our podcasts, we are on Spotify for the morning show, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your downloads. So please do so. Because my 5 o'clock hour is always my best hour.
Yeah.
Fewest listeners, most passionate listeners in the 5, but the 5 is always my best hour. So if you don't do anything else, go listen to the 5 when you have time.
If you want Riker to get another plane.
Yeah.
So I saw that this weekend, too.
Yeah. Riker, a $100 remote control airplane flew right into a tree. It was in the air for 40 seconds before it ended up in that tree.
Got his training from Spirit Airlines.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding.
Did you think like maybe he should do it in an area where there were no trees?
You know what, Joan?
What?
For the record, he was supposed to turn his plane left. He went right into the trees, and it's still there. Amy dragged me to Charlie Daniels Park twice this weekend to see if all that wind and rain had knocked it down, and it's still there. It's going to be there for Riker's 18th birthday. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go stare at the RC plane in the tree at Charlie Daniels Park.
RC batteries can't melt tree branches.
So if you want to see the little video that I put together, it's on my Instagram and Facebook pages. I've noticed, Chris.
Yes, sir.
That Joan's been a little salty today. Did something happen over the
Been a little
weekend?
somber. I mean, she just got back from some time off. Is everything okay, Joan?
Yeah, I'm okay.
E. G.
Oh, no, don't do it.
Ow.
Oh, my gosh.
I couldn't find the audio bite of the mayor trying to spell Eagles, but I know that that's how it went. So, E. G.
That's what she forgot the A, right?
She forgot a lot of stuff.
Well, they forgot the W.
Can I tell you? Oh, they forgot the W.
That was good. That was good.
Can I tell you what I was most disappointed about? That they lost by 4 and not by 1, because I was going to bring in a sound effect of that missed extra point. And we were gonna play Guess This Sound with Joan Jones.
Oh, so what happened? So the Eagles obviously lost.
The Eagles lost.
To who?
It's
San
to
Francisco.
whom?
Okay. All right.
But they sacrificed George Kittle in the process, so people aren't banking on San Fran to win another game.
All right.
Yep.
And the coach, Nick Sirianni, almost got into a big brawl with one of the receivers or something.
Former Titan A.J. Brown.
Ah, I see.
And I bring up Kittle because he actually lives here in Nashville.
Yeah, I didn't care much for the game. I wasn't really. I had it on in the background.
It was
I just wanted to know if I was going to be able to bring it up to Joan or not.
Apparently you
So
did.
this is the reception I get. I come back and I get it, in my face that the Eagles lost.
Joan, you were so missed.
Yeah.
But I will tell you something that I've noticed happening here at WTN.
Okay.
There's been a developing bromance at WTN in the absence of Joan Jones.
I see. With whom?
So Jay Harper was filling in for you.
Yes.
And I tell you what, by day 3, Dan and Jay were wearing matching hats and high-fiving in the hallway. And
Dan.
it got real weird towards the end of the week.
Actually, you know what?
Straight we did.
Things did get a little weird in the sense that, Jay. So I'm wearing these hats. Now, I've always worn them. They're flat bills, whatever you want to call them. But
The Boston Scully.
yeah, Boston Scully. So I've always worn them. I've just started wearing them at work now. And so, because I'm tired of wearing the ball caps. And actually, Amy told me I should start wearing them at work. She said, you look so cute in those. So, whatever. Anyway, so, sorry, did I really do that on the air?
The Amy voice.
So, Jay on Friday, and I love Jay, right?
We all
love
do.
Jay.
We all do.
So, Jay wore a hat like mine.
Oh, was he mocking you?
No, I guess he Sam, you were there. He basically said something like,
Old man solidarity.
Jay said to me on the air, I wore an old man hat just like you did, Dan, today. And he said something like, and you didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Now, I felt bad because I can't see him from over there, and I never go back there.
And you can check the tape, but Dan said, this is why I love you, Jay, because Joan never does stuff like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. That's what happened. So, but you know what? Funny you say that, because I was going to send Jay a text, because, whenever somebody fills in, I always, send them a text message thanking them for showing up.
Yeah.
And so, I was going to tell Jay that I actually thought that he looked rather dapper in his hat. So
Not as good as Dan does, but pretty good.
PG for pretty good. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not one to judge other men's looks. Hey, nice haircut.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah.
Did you hear what happened to the Murfreesboro mom?
No.
There's a single mom in Murfreesboro.
Okay.
Who is losing a leg. She has had a leg amputated because of a pit bull attack inside her home.
Okay.
Insane. Tennessee mom was forced to have her leg amputated after her pit bull savagely locked its jaws around the limb, leaving it hanging by a thread as she tried to break up a dog fight inside her home. She screamed at her kid in the house to stay in his room, but she said, I wasn't scared. I've broken up dog fights before. She said she couldn't feel anything because of the adrenaline. She made the 10-year-old stay in the room. She would have had 12 surgeries to save the leg, and she opted to amputate. So there's a couple questions that I have for the group.
Sure.
Do you go with the surgeries or do you go with amputation? And why on earth do you have pit bulls in the home?
So,
Or do you go with the euthanasia of the dogs?
That dog got euthanized for sure. That was confirmed.
So there were other dogs in the house, though, and it's likely that they also were pit bulls because...
so you figure eventually you're going to lose the leg to a pit bull, so you might as well just go ahead and have it amputated. It's like, you know what? We're already there. Just go ahead. It's one less leg the pit bulls are going to eat off.
Oh.
Listen, I'm not judging. Whatever.
am.
People love their pit bulls.
I
I'm whatever, man. I don't get it. Like, I don't get it.
I don't either.
I don't get
And
it.
Well,
why would you have it in a home with young kids?
A 10-year-old.
See, that's the big thing for me.
Yeah.
When I was a younger man in my early 20s and a single guy, like it didn't really bother me if you had a pit bull. We had a pit mix, but he was mixed with a lab, who was a great dog, kind of wild, but he was never violent. But when you have kids in the home, doesn't that change the whole calculation on all of this?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean,
It was, how about that story out of Tullahoma? It was pit bulls. What was it? 7 pit bulls?
Yeah, that was that was pretty gross conditions too.
pit bull rule number 4. You cannot have just one pit bull. You've got to have like 12.
Exactly.
But to me, it's like, when I go back to when I was a younger guy in my 20s, my gun would stay in my nightstand, And now that I have kids in the home, the gun is locked up.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same thing.
I don't know. I don't understand.
You
pit
didn't
bulls.
answer the question on are you amputating or are you?
Me?
Yeah, that was his.
I just said, if I'm going to keep a bunch of pit bulls, I'm just going to go ahead and amputate it because eventually it's going to get eaten off.
Do you do
Might
both
as well
legs?
Why not?
I mean, at that point.
Dan goes
Go
amputating.
full lieutenant, Dan.
He goes max amputation. He's
you
like,
know what? I'm going to keep the pit bulls and just go ahead and do everybody a favor and go
It's
ahead.
like that
have
German
it
guy,
both.
right?
I have no legs.
Yeah. Amputate the leg and just throw it to the pit bulls.
Oh
They'll
yeah,
eat
like
it.
the German doctor. Good callback. Remember that guy? He had the amputation
Froze his-
fetish.
Honestly,
yeah.
I've always pictured myself as a
But
no-legged
see,
man.
so that goes back to if you amputate both legs because you've got the pit bulls and they're going to take them anyway,
yeah.
then what about your arms? Because they have to have something to gnaw on, right?
Oh,
Clearly they
listen,
do.
Just like anytime you bring up pit bulls, it took no time at all for somebody to say, "Don't hate the breed, hate the breeder."
I know. Yep,
but the woman
yep,
said,
yep.
"I've had the dog since he was 2 weeks old and raised him in a loving home."
That makes all the difference.
When my niece and nephew were growing up, they were innocently walking down the street attacked by pit bulls.
Jesus.
Were they harmed?
Yes. I make a point not to talk about them because I get emotional.
Okay.
And I get pissed off. Like, I get really pissed off.
Yep.
If you've got a bunch of pit bulls and they can get out, that's what happened here. The pit bull got out, could have killed them. If it wasn't for a neighbor with a gun, saved the kids' lives.
God bless that guy.
So
Yes, yes.
I'm just, I made the mistake, not here, but early on in my career, I made the mistake of talking about pit bulls, and I got really emotional and really angry. And I swore to myself that I would never talk about them again because of my
Personal experience.
My personal experience. So I joke about the whole thing with the legs, but I don't get it. So you give your opinion.
I would not have a pit bull in the home.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a
You
pit bull.
can't do it. 6464 said, I rescued, rehabilitated, and rehomed pit bulls up until the day I found out my wife was pregnant. That was it for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's some people that have great success with pit bulls and other people that don't. And my thing is I like animals that I can cuddle. And I don't know why, pit bulls, you got your snakes, you got your tarantulas. People have some really bizarre pets out there. I've never really understood it.
Not bizarre to have a snake.
It's very bizarre to have a snake.
I grew
It's
up with one. What?
Very bizarre.
Feel attacked. A little bit.
Listen, I think
Only sized me up once.
I think having a pet that is non-snuggleable
Oh, dude, they're so
makes no
snuggleable.
sense.
They like to watch TV,
Snuggling snakes?
too. Yeah. His name was Snakey. He was a ball python. Had to
My
give him to the
God.
zoo.
Well, hold on. Snuggling snakes. That is a great
Band
punk
name.
rock
Yeah.
band
Oh, yeah.
name from like the
Or
UK.
a
80s hair
podcast.
metal.
Or a good name for a gay porno.
Leave it to Chris.
Either or it can work in both situations.
I've got your intro.
For me to ride you like you've never been ridden.
Starring Tim Waltz.
And then some jazz hands.
Every time you drop that, I got to get credit for it because I was the one that said you've got to clip that.
You got to do it.
You've got to clip. The first time Joan wasn't here. Joan would have appreciated my comedy.
A film also featuring.
I would love a piece of that wood.
Oh.
Joan, when I was airing that little speech by Tim Waltz, talking about how he was, going to ride like he'd never been ridden before. I just paused and I just said, "No, thank you." and there was no Joan to laugh at my joke, and it just landed so awkwardly.
He was looking at me, and I'm like, no, thank you.
Sam was nowhere to
Jay
help.
Harper will wear the hats that Dan wears, but he never gives the sympathy laugh.
That's exactly right. Oh, my goodness gracious. Anyway, moving right along.
What'd you do this weekend?
Me?
Yeah, you.
You know what? We went to Kid Rock's steak restaurant.
All right.
I think it's called Detroit. Oh, honey, what is it called? Detroit
the
something
Kid Rock
or another?
Honky Tonk?
No, it's not the honky tonk. It's Detroit Cowboy. I think it's what it's called. And
is that the place?
Oh, honey, what's it called?
Yeah, because she's listening.
Yeah, she's listening.
Yes.
He was throwing out a lifeline. Someone text me, please.
Someone text me.
Amy, help. Is this the same place where Brian wouldn't share the steak with you?
It's actually a different one.
Okay.
It's a different place. But I actually did a little video on it. It was great. Kid Rock's restaurant is really, really good. It's a steakhouse. I think it's called Detroit Cowboy. I think that's what it's called. And steak was really good. And unfortunately, I got a little drunk.
Unfortunately.
Well, it's my birthday dinner. So Amy was driving. So she orders me this drink, which was fine. But then I needed my Dangria. So then I got a Dangria.
Uh-oh.
Joan, I was hammered by the time the steak came out.
All bets were off.
All bets were off, man. It was, yep. So
she just
the Detroit
wanted to
Cowboy.
Get you home and take advantage of you. That's all.
And I'm trying to put it in, and I just can't get it in. I couldn't. I was too drunk. I went to bed. Sorry, honey. I got to go to sleep. I actually, you know what?
I apologize to our listeners.
I actually fell asleep on the couch. I mean, that's how bad it was.
That's a nasty one.
Oh,
that's
man.
nasty.
Anyway, but if you want to
good.
see but I was so excited about it. I made a little video.
Okay.
So follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Dan Mandis Show. I made 2 videos this weekend. One, the fate of Riker's RC plane.
Oh, has there been a development?
No, it's still up in the tree. Everybody kept that. It was such a.
You should go out there with some candles and start a vigil.
Yeah, maybe I should. I need to try to get it down. I don't know how to do it. I'm not going to call the fire department.
Buy a second, cheaper drone.
That's what I said. I said that to Amy, and then you know what she said? She said, then we'll have a plane and a drone up in the tree. So, whatever.
Remember, you didn't laugh at this earlier, but RC batteries can't melt tree branches.
See,
True.
Chris knows what you're talking about.
I get the meme.
Yeah.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
Whatever. I don't know. It's something about King of the Hill.
No, that was about 9/11.
It's about 9/11. What's the deal with Building 7? Nobody knows.
This is where I'm just not cool enough for this room. That this is when these moments.
I heard the King of the Hill reference earlier though.
Yeah,
that King of the Hill is one of the greatest shows of all time because you got all the Texans that think Hank's dad is an awful racist, but they keep calling Khan Chinese. And then the awful racist shows up and he's like, he ain't Chinese, he's Laotian. And it's like only the awful racist could tell the difference.
The one who killed 50 men.
The awful racist knew how to say Laotian, and
Yeah,
I didn't
right.
this morning.
He did.
God, did you see that? Hear that? What happened?
Oh,
today?
yeah.
I don't even know what I said, but it all flew by so quickly. You know how this happens, right?
Yes.
You're going through all these things on the internet, and you're live on the air. And a word comes up, and it's like, oh, Lord.
And then you don't even realize it until, like, everything stops, and you get to look at the text line for a second, and you're like,
yeah.
Oh, all right. No, don't worry about it. Just 45 people realized that I made a mistake, and they're calling me out about it.
Oh, they're calling me, like, the R word and stuff,
Oh.
you know?
Oh.
I know. It was hurtful and stuff.
That's hurtful.
What?
So
all of a sudden you can't say the R word? You've been saying it all morning.
Joe dropped it hardcore.
do you know what? Did you hear? Oh my gosh! This is why you need to listen to the 5 o'clock hour.
Jones dropping hard
did
R's.
something in the 5 o'clock hour that almost made me drop out of my seat, man. It was so funny. Yeah, she. I don't. Oh, we're running late. Do we have time to do this?
We got time.
Do we?
Further, McDonald's commitment.
No.
Wow.
Oh, it's so. I'm not going to be able to do it. I suck. There was
The woman beating a drum.
the woman beating a drum, and Joan called it the retard drum.
Terrible.
It was so funny though, because it came out of nowhere.
Oh, come on.
You know what? You expect Joan to be like nice
she's like,
and
she's like the
godlike and
sweet
everything.
mom of the show.
And then she gets all salty and stuff. It's because the Eagles lost.
I know it.
I think
This
that's
is
what it is.
This is really what's She's back at work. She ends her vacation with an Eagles loss, and she's very upset.
I've stashed some knives out in the parking lot for all of your tires.
She's very disgruntled.
So, yeah.
Very disgruntled.
Do you know the Kid Rock's
after work?
Kid Rock's restaurant has their own personalized knives?
Really?
Yeah.
Did you think about stealing one? Because I bet you a lot of those. I bet a lot of them go missing.
Oh, you know what? I bet you. I didn't even think about stealing. Only you would think about stealing a knife from a restaurant.
Do you want to know what I was thinking about doing? I wanted to steal something from Brian Wilson's house at his Christmas party.
Oh, yeah?
And I wanted to turn it into an on-air bit. We used to do that all the time. Anytime we would go to like the boss's house, we would steal something. And then we would put it up in our office. This is back when I was in CHR. And we would wait until the boss noticed.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, hey, I have one of those. And be like, oh, do you?
You might want to check.
Yeah,
see if you still have it.
Double check.
That's why when I was the boss, I never invited anybody over.
Good plan.
Yeah. Start stealing stuff from my house. All right, very good. What do you got coming up?
Well, we'll talk about the protests over the weekend. I'm going to do something fun today, okay? During the commercial breaks, during the radio program on the live stream, I'm going to be playing videos of protesters getting owned by ICE.
Oh, this is good.
Did you see the one where the guy was in front of a moving ICE vehicle and he's trying to hold it back?
Like he's Superman.
With his body.
And it just... ICE vehicle just keeps on driving him. I you know what? People like that, I wouldn't mind if Pitbull ate their leg.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Joan, what's coming up?
How can you do that to me? Honestly.
I am apologizing in advance. I know that what I said was awful.
Coming up in the news, no Pitbull stories.